Hey, shalom, 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 shalom. This is Nam DC Camp Branch Great Millstone back for another video. Wow. First and foremost, call all Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakahakwadash. And once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who deserve double honors. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways pushing the truth across the four corners of this earth. Well, time still allows us to do so. And trust you me when I say, alright, time is indeed growing short. And you can just feel it. And the it in this case is the angst of these Edomites. You know, and I always tell people when I can, be very aware of your surroundings, because these devils, you know how they act, especially now when they're facing hardship, just like we have all of our lives. Point being, they're not used to living like this, and it's only going to get worse. Alongside the fact that who they thought they were electing that would put more harm on us, well, as it turns out, oh man, they're getting, as Dr. Cornell West used to phrase it, he says, "You've been niggerized," and that's true. They can't handle it. Just a little taste. All right. But we're gonna go ahead and roll this video. And they really hate what you're about to see. But I'm just gonna, give you a hint. What we have here is a 54-second spot where this appears to be a Moabite goes into what's going on with the information on the DOD defense site. What they did with Jackie Robinson, Arlington Cemetery. Now they're saying they're blaming it on AI. They scrubbed the site of his information, not only his, but the thing is, no, you were targeting people such as myself, and it was on purpose. Everybody knows that. But again, the cowards that they are, they won't shift the blame to AI. But let's go ahead and roll this. Again, this is the amazing Lucas site, and since I'm saying that, let's go ahead and deal with this. This is copyright disclaimer, Salakia. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. So there we go. All right, got that out of the way. Here we go. All right. Yeah, these people are adverse to the truth. No wonder the legends of vampires, not only are they sun dodgers, they can't handle being out in the sun very well, but also the truth. Go figure. Here we go. Yep. Nope. You can't. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he says it all, but before he goes on, he's going to touch a little bit on what I'm about to tell you. But the thing is, with these Moabites and these other minorities that have been used as buffers between us and these Edomites, these so-called white people, and that's, let's just call it what it is, and that's exactly it. They put them out there so they could absorb the brunt of the anger that should be focused on them. You know, they come into our neighborhoods. They open up shop, and you know uh, the thing is they don't allow a vast majority of these people to open up shop in their neighborhoods. I wonder why. So all this is directed at us, as if in recent times, a lot of these Moabites have been coming. I can't remember the latest site I like to go to. The young, uh, uh, she's from somewhere over there on the African continent, so-called. What is she, Kenyan, or she might be Nigerian? I can't remember, but she has this podcast, and a lot of the time she uses her. She's a Moabite, and she be letting all this shit come out, but talking about how exactly what I'm telling you. They've known for a long time how they were being used against Jake, and now they just coming out with all this shit, telling you how what they were told, like other minorities are coming out with that, about us, um, and they're tired of it. They really are. Now that I'm talking about Moab, you got to remember the last couple of years, they were uh, fooled into siding with this asshole. What's his name? Ed Blum. All right, and they were deceived into. Well, it didn't take much. Let's admit. Okay, uh, didn't take much uh, egging on with uh, bringing that lawsuit uh, against affirmative action that got it struck down. And lo and behold, now they have a lawsuit because they found out that we had nothing to do with them not getting into these elite universities. How about that? So a lot of them are like, you know what? And we're like, hey, you're out there. We tried to tell you for the longest time, but again, a lot of these people, they come over here, these immigrants, and they become white adjacent. They take on the attitudes of the oppressor against us. How about that? All right. So in this little clip, it may or may not cost her her job. Who knows? But here's why. uh, he's gonna tell you the rest. And a lot of these immigrants, they are taught to be on code against us. Listen, look at these comments. Remember what I said about the vampire, and not only is he adverse to the sunlight, the daylight, and these Edomites, much the same way, they're adverse to the truth. All right. America as a whole, let me get it here, is like this. I'm going to, let's see, 1 John 1 and 8. All right. All right. And it says, if we say that we have no sin, isn't that America? You know, the white, so-called white Christian, burning the crosses and all this symbolism. They act like our book is theirs. You know, very easily Edomite Christianity is the most brutal, murderous religion to ever grace the face of the earth. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. That's America in a nutshell. That's America. Think of the hate when someone mentions, even in passing, 54 fucking seconds. Look at the response that it generated. Habakkuk 2nd chapter. All right. We can go into Amos 1. We can go into Nahum. You know, the bloody city, Nahum 3. Because this is the land of. In fact, now that I said that, let's go ahead and do that. Because they act like they just gonna ride in. I've said this I used to say it a lot. They act like they just gonna run into the sunset. They ride into the sunset like those cowboy movies. Mm-mm. No, no. Nahum 3:1. Woe to the bloody city which is America. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. And we are that prey. Isaiah 51:14. And as such, we're supposed to be in that mindset. The prey hasteneth to be loosed. They've made it clear these last couple of months. Who the fuck is not paying attention? They making it absolutely clear they want to take it back to pre-1960s. I mean, openly being overt about it. Not having to worry about, hiding it. But what we have is more and more people are seeing this, and thou. Let's go to Habakkuk. Why? Because they built themselves up to a point where they considered themselves the cock of the walk. The so-called white man is seen as the alpha male of the world. Everybody else is a boy. I shit you not. That's how they look at it. There's only one man on this earth, and that's the so-called white man. This is Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with I'll start at 15 because this comes into play too. It says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, which they have. That drink being is doctrine and philosophy. Alright, that putteth thy bottle to him and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Now, as a prime example with Gad, the most glaring example I can think of, because they really could not, and even to this day they suffer from, alcoholism. But as the running joke goes, well, we got the white man back because we gave him tobacco, and, But in any case, the sixth thing, thou art filled with shame for glory, and they are. All right, they could do no wrong until all this truth about how things really happen. All right, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Most High's right hand shall be turned unto thee. It says this in Lamentation 4. All right, the last two verses of that chapter. All right, so he's going to discover thy sins. Talking about Edom, so-called white man. All right, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Can't take it. Why don't y'all just leave me alone? No, you didn't leave anybody else alone. You tried so hard to bury it. Can't bury the truth. That's going in second Ezra's. Let's see, is it 6:27? Hold on. Let's see. Second Ezra's 6. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be. People are getting. Oh my goodness! Like I said, they letting it all hang out now. As far as letting you know they don't give a shit about you, and all this, Of course, he's not going to run this the proper way through Congress. He's just issuing executive orders. All right. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. Oh, ain't it being declared? And it's a beautiful thing to see. See these motherfuckers squirm. What was that scene in Django? But when he went to look after the three brothers, you know, look, I like to see. How did he say? Oh, at the end when he whipped the shit before he shot him, he said, "I like this. I like the way you died, boy." That was the first one he shot. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Uh oh. I remember when the formerly the Redskins, since I'm here in D.C., drafted him. All right, his first 2012. But let's see. I'll show you his wife. There you go. Uh huh. Look at there. Look at that. There you go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to go. I mean, go. That's all you need to know. All right. Uh huh. Sambo vision. Fucking Ishmael. Mm. John 10 and 10. Yep. LBJ. Go ahead and read that. If you can convince the lowest white man he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him somebody to look down on, and he'll empty his pockets for you. Man, these motherfuckers. Now, you motherfuckers are finding out how very true that is. But don't come running to us asking for it. No, keep it moving. Keep that same energy. That's all I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Mm. 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 Yep. All right, let's get a few comments and I'll shut it down. First one. Imagine being so racist and filled with hate that even mentioning black people had to survive discrimination upsets you. They want you and others to suffer in silence. And if you point out their hypocrisy, then you are the problem. The lineage of evil is now calling history woke and DEI. Laugh my fucking ass off. If they weren't so damn pathetic, it would be humorous. And don't even mention Robert Griffin. Jackie Robinson fought to integrate military buses. That's U.S. history. All right, she's Korean and she was right. Some people don't like the truth because it goes against the falsehood they have created for themselves. There you go. The Lyndon B. Johnson statement is timeless. Yes, it is. The Navajo code talkers were removed too. Yep. But supposedly, and I read an article today, I didn't think to bring it up. Supposedly, all of that's been put back, and again, they blamed it on AI. All right. She wasn't race baiting. She was spitting historical facts as my great grandpa. So there you go. Yeah, they big mad, man. But it's the truth. Like I said, you can't continue to squash the truth. Boy, did I love this. Don't I love this? I'm gonna close it out with this because we often bring this out. Wow. This is Ciroc. Uh, 25 and 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And that's the time we're in now. Luke 10 and 18. I said I was going to stop at that, Salaki. But just to go along with this. All right. Good boy, are we seeing it? Wait a minute. I said 10. Okay. There we go. Here we go. And he said, and this is the Lord, this is Yahweh Shai. He said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. All right, let me get another version here. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, crap. I got to refamiliarize myself with this. But trust me, that's in the red letter. That's what I was looking for. All right. So, yeah, we're in this time now. You know, again, this word is batting 1,000. You know, a lot of you, you hear what we're saying is unfamiliar to you. It's unfamiliar to you because you haven't been taught what the scriptures actually say. You've been taught what Massa told your preacher what to tell you. Alright? That's why it's so foreign to you. But at the end of the day, you know, that's up to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, we plant the seed, as we always say, as the scripture said. And it's up to the Holy Spirit, you know, to provide the watering and an increase. Alright? To paraphrase. So with that, yeah, again, Mina Kimes faces racist backlash. Oh, it's gotta hurt. These people that were supposed to be on code, yeah, they're actually telling the truth. How about that? So with that, hey, until the next video, hey, shalom.